Hey crypto friends, for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Axie Infinity charts and we are going to see where it might be headed, and we will cover both bullish and bearish scenarios as well, just to simply cover all of the possibilities. And towards the end of the video I will cover the overall macro structure of the overall altcoin market as well. Now, for those of you who love trading crypto and would like to try out the same exchanges that I use on a regular basis, feel free to go ahead and try out either the Axie exchange or the Blowfin exchange, with the links in the video description down below this video. Now, the reasons why I love both of these exchanges is, one, Axie has some of the cheapest trading fees in the entire industry, so you get to keep more of your profits, which is very, very nice. Now, the reason why I love Blowfin is because they allow anybody from anywhere to be able to sign up and trade crypto futures. So if you're from the United States and you want to trade crypto futures, you can do it right here on Blowfin. This is actually where I personally trade my crypto futures right now as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at Axie Infinity and see what we got going on. So as we all know right now, I just want to talk briefly about the overall gaming sector as a whole right now. So the gaming sector as a whole has been in a complete downward spiral right now. It's not just any single coin in the gaming sector, so this isn't an issue with Axie Infinity or anything like that. This is an overall gaming sector issue going on right now. Basically, there's a bunch of liquidity that has been taken from the gaming sector, and people have been putting all this liquidity into the meme coin market and into RWA coins and the AI narrative as well. So that is one of the biggest reasons why a lot of these big GameFi tokens have been completely dropping. Just take a look at the overall market cap right now of the overall gaming sector right now. As you guys can clearly see, trading volume is down 26% right now, and the market cap has been just completely declining for quite a while as well. As you guys can clearly see, we ended up going up in trading volume for quite a while, but then we ended up taking a giant plunge to the downside and then up a little bit for a little bit of relief and then down even more. And that has a lot to do, these big down sweeps right here have a lot to do simply with the whole narrative issue. Meme coins ended up taking off. So did RWA coins, and that's where a lot of this liquidity has gone to. So again, this has nothing to do, all of these GameFi projects dropping in price. It has nothing to do with the projects being bad or anything like that. It's just simply a matter of liquidity shifting to a different narrative, and that's all. But as you guys can clearly see right now with Axie Infinity, we are currently trending around the support area of $6.60, and we are currently trading at $6.70 at the time of me filming this video right now. Now, the interesting thing here that I want to point out is we were in a rising wedge going up here, which, as you all know, rising wedges typically end up with a bearish downside movement, which is exactly what happened here. We ended up going all the way up to the 870 area, and we ended up not being able to go higher than that, and we ended up breaking down to the downside very, very strongly and sharply, breaking through the rising wedge and dropping even further into this new layer of support down here. Now, it is possible that we could end up dropping to this layer of support as well at $5.80. Will it happen? Honestly, I don't know. It's going to have to take a lot for that to happen. Realistically, though, if the overall total 3 altcoin market continues to keep dropping, there is a good chance that we could end up dropping down to the $5.80 range. But what we really want to see happening here, though, here, let me go ahead and get rid of the rising wedge here just to get out of the way. But what we really want to see happening here, guys, is we want to start seeing some bullish momentum happening with these coins. We want to start seeing a move up to this resistance area of $7.75. A little bit of a cool off period coming down before gaining momentum again to go through this resistance area and going up to the next resistance level, coming back down to cool off a little bit down to this midterm area right in here, before gaining momentum again to go up higher even more. And it is at this level right in here at $9.68 that I will personally start to feel extremely bullish on Axie Infinity, continuing a new upside a new upside move going up here. Now, as far as if we go ahead and take away if we with support and resistance levels aside, let's go ahead and turn on some indicators here and see what the indicators are telling us. So if we go ahead and turn on the EMAs, we can clearly see prices starting to trend below all of the EMAs, and that's typically not what you want to see. You want to see, for bullish momentum, you want to see price action being above all of the EMAs, like you did, back in here with this bullish momentum, and back here with this bullish momentum. All of the EMAs were below the price action, and typically when things are bearish, all the price action is below all of the EMAs, which is what we've got going on right now. So realistically, we want to start trending upwards, and we want to get back above all of the EMAs, so the EMAs can kind of start to reset themselves, and we can start a new bullish move to the upside. Realistically, that's all we want to see. Now, if we go ahead and take away the EMAs and turn on the Bollinger Bands, we can clearly see that, hey, we ended up dropping through the moving average right in here, and we ended up riding the lower band all the way down, and we are still riding that lower band all the way down as well, but starting to go sideways. And hopefully what I want to see here is I would like to see a move to the upside here, where this moving average ends up getting met right in here, and I would love to see us have enough momentum to break above the moving average and head upwards towards the top of the band, which would be a little bit, which would at that point in time would probably come around down here, and we could have a chance to get up to this layer here of $8.71. And if that does end up happening, here's what I'm looking at here. This is kind of the key level that I am hoping that we end up passing before I start to feel extremely bullish, to where we can start heading towards this next extremely bullish area of $9.60, all right? Mainly because this is our current most recent high right in here. So once we pass that, I'll feel comfortable that we've got enough momentum in this thing to eventually get up to this layer and then this layer right up here. All right. So if we go ahead and take the Bollinger Bands away and turn on the RSI, we can clearly see RSI is pretty oversold. We are below the 50 neutral area. That pretty much tells us that, yes, technically we do still have some more room that we could go to the downside here. But realistically, with the way things have been going in the altcoin market, everything is extremely oversold right now, and everybody is hoping for a big momentum push back to the upside. And realistically, that's kind of what I'm hoping for too. But overall here, if you are a long-term holder of Axie Infinity, just keep holding, be patient. The GameFi sector will end up taking off again at some point in time. It's just a narrative shift that's going on right now, and that's all. So if we go ahead and take a look at the overall altcoin market cap, the overall altcoin structure, we can clearly see we had a giant move to the upside all the way up here, and obviously every peak always ends up creating a valley, which is what we ended up creating down in here. But just like earlier with Axie Infinity, we were in a rising wedge here on the altcoin market cap chart, as you guys can clearly see. Let me go ahead and finish this up real quick. But we were technically inside of a rising wedge here, and like I was mentioning before, with all rising wedges, once we go up and then we start to lose momentum going upwards, we end up breaking through and coming down to the downside. And that's typically usually what always happens with rising wedges. 9 times out of 10 is they always result in a downward movement, and that's exactly what happened here. Now, we did end up coming down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pretty much 6 days in a row here, testing this support level of 620 billion. And so far, we have bounced off of it and started going back up to the upside, which is pretty good news. It would be very nice to see altcoins end up taking a turn and going back up to the upside here, and hopefully that being that being permanent there. But realistically, what's going on here is we ended up hitting this high and this high. We ended up hitting 720 billion 2 different times in a row, or within that area, and it failed both times. So that kind of created a midterm double top right up there, as you guys can clearly see, and which resulted in our overall move to the a big move to the downside. So we had not only did we have a rising wedge pattern that we were in, but we also had a midterm double top, and that is pretty much what caused the move to the big downside down here. Now, There is a chance that we could end up going down to 595 billion as well, and there is a chance we could end up going down to 560 billion as well. These two are very strong support levels also, but keep in mind here, it's going to take a lot of people selling out for us to be able to go down to these levels. And realistically, I don't see us going down to this bottom level here of 560 billion. But then again, like a month ago, I didn't think it was possible for us to go down to the level that we're at right now either. So realistically, there is a chance that we could end up coming down to this level if momentum doesn't hold at these midterm levels right up in here. So it's just something to keep an eye out for, and just keep looking at from time to time if you are also looking at the charts, to see your favorite altcoins going up or whatever. But overall here, guys, before I go ahead and wrap up this video, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel and help me out. Go ahead and hit the like button below the video to also help me out, and leave me a comment down below on your personal thoughts on where you think the price of Axie Infinity is going to go here in the short term, midterm. And hey guys, with that said, for those of you who stuck around and watched the entire video through the whole thing, thank you guys very much. I appreciate you guys very much, and I hope to see all of you in my future videos.